Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, or if you're lucky enough to be doing it too, I'm BUSHKA, and this is the PUBG Mobile official channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel before you go anywhere, and if you want to watch me regularly on YouTube, it's youtube.com/thebushka. Now, today we're going to be having a look at some of the little tips and tricks that helped get me to Ace tier in Season 2, and get there pretty easily. It was a lovely fun ride. I had a lot of fun this season. It's been fantastic giggle and laugh. There's the Blingosaurus, the parachute. And I want to talk about smoking for cover, reviving in battle, and a little bit of an OP 8x scope strat that I use at times at the end of games. It's particularly effective when you've got an AKM and an 8x in the grass of Erangel, where the snakes do slither. Let's get to it. Now you're going to see me smoking here. I'm smoking the front of the bridge. And I'm going to smoke my mate Maxi because I want him to be able to move over here pretty successfully. He's pinned in that hollow, and I don't smoke the rock. For good reason, the rock doesn't need smoking. It's pretty much safe as houses as it is. We have a zone coming towards us. We have a squad to the northwest. We have a squad to the southwest who have now just passed us to the Dacia. And we have a squad directly behind us. Why do I smoke that edge of the bridge? Well, it's not so much about now. It's about this part of the game. It's about the movement across the bridge with the zone through the car, through the smoke with the car. And that stops them from getting clear shots on us as we mount up, and then we're able to get across and away. Now, the reason I think that is a really interesting little move there is that I see so many people not doing it, and so many people don't pick up smokes. What is with that? They are everywhere. If I can carry 5 or 6, I will carry 5 or 6. I've revived mates in open fields under entire squads just pummeling down on us using nothing more than 5 smoke grenades and a whole lot of minerals. And it's really, really important because the more you revive your mates and the further along in the game you get, the more rating you get and the quicker you get that magical ace parachute or your conqueror avatar ring that you really, really want. And you can see this is going to be another key one. Both myself and Snake Eyes are down. Not a rare occurrence for us. We get knocked an awful lot. Chapos, instead of just rolling along here and immediately starting the revive, chucks a smoke grenade. It's just better to be safe than sorry. And in this instance, you'll see as Chapos actually gets us up and we get revived, and we're all repairing and bandaging and using our very, very low, meager amount of supplies, it really helps. There you go. Chapos is going to smoke us up. Maxi's going to chuck another smoke grenade over here. It might even be Wicked that chucks a smoke grenade. And someone from the nasty grass to the north is going to absolutely... Oh, it's me that chucks a smoke grenade. Here comes a grenade incoming. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. I'm knocked again. That's not much fun at all. We lose Snake Eyes. Great loss. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. But because we were preemptive with those smokes, because we were active and took the initiative and put those smokes up, we're able to revive in relative peace and comfort without anyone getting another look at us. And that's really important because, as you can see, there were like 14 left alive when I first got knocked, 11 left alive now, and when I finally go down at the end of the game, there's only like 5 other people left alive. And we actually end up coming 3rd. And that's big. That's really, really big, because when you come 3rd, that's better than coming 5th or 6th, and you actually gain a little bit of rating. And when you're up there at Crown 1 and Crown 2, and you're trying to get across that divide, well, that's important, because that gives you a much easier way in. Let's have a look. Pause this one here, please, cameraman. 7 alive. 3 of them are in that house up there that you can see. The Muppet in the trench coat, which is me with the AK and the SKS, we have to get him to that house to win the game. I'm with my mate Philbert Daniel. He's a very good player. He's like 17th ranked in duos on the Asia server, so he's very good. I'm going to chuck grenades. I've only got to go 70 meters, right? So I don't have to get all the way to the house in one foul swoop. If I can get through that smoke, up to the house, good. If I can only get to the edge of the circle, I'm going to get to the edge of the circle and drop immediately, and now I'm in cover. Well, at least I'm in as much cover as the magical grass of Erangel can provide. That took 2 smoke grenades. I've still got 2 smoke grenades left. I carry like 4 or 5 all the time. I will carry extra smoke grenades over a stun grenade every day of the week. I will drop ammunition at times to carry smoke grenades. Because when you're in a squad and you have to run across an open wheat field and you're 200 meters away from a squad of people camping in a house, that means that you are not going to render. The grass is not going to render for you. And if you lie down in the magical grass over there, all that's going to happen is you're going to get filled full of holes like Swiss cheese. So we use the smoke, we advance, and we end up winning the game. And it's actually a funny game. I'll show you just quickly the very end of this game, which is bloody hilarious. We've chucked some more smoke as we crawl up in front of this house because they know we're here. They're looking out of these windows. There you go. We start getting hit. We do a little bit of smash and dance with the AK. Sticking your head out of a window when there's someone throwing AK rounds at you is not a very good idea. I'll tell you that right now. And Philbert Daniel gets all the way up to the wall there. There's still 6 left alive. Philbert is going to have someone push on him on the left. I'll clear them again. Philbert is still tucked up hard against that wall. We're playing a very, very nice 2-man game here. There's 3 guys up the top. There is the 2 of us outside. We have a whole lot of greens. We're just going to start chucking greens. Philbert's the first. I'm covering Philbert while he throws greens up there, right? I've got those windows. Anyone moves in those windows, they're going to get wrecked. They can't be anywhere else. Philbert knocks the first one with a gren. Philbert's like, have I got any more grens? Have another gren. They're all running around up there. Bang, another gren. They're really feeling that gren. Like that's putting the hurt on them, something chronic. If they stick their heads up at that window again, they're going to get wrecked. And all this is possible because we managed to advance across an open field to a house with 3 people in it and another person to the side. Philbert chucks another gren, knocks another one. I'm going to chuck a whole bunch of other grens up there. They're in mayhem, disarray, and we get the chicken dinner grenning the pants off them. Really, really fun stuff. Now, I want to talk you through the standard operating procedure me and the boys use in squad when someone goes down and is getting revived. And if you're watching this and you've nailed PUBG and you're a god at it, all well and good, then I guess I got nothing for you. But this should be part of your standard day-to-day work when you're running around in squads if you want to win more and stay alive and get to the end of the game. Because reviving and constantly recycling players rather than just losing them in one little firefight is a must-have skill. Now you can see Deadboot's been knocked. He's behind us, about 10-15 meters behind us. I detail everyone else to revive Deadboot while I suppress this mountainside. There are a lot of people up there. That player has been knocked. He's not dead. We're not pushing. We're not trying to go and kill him. All we want to do here, our main aim is to go passive, disengage, get Deadboot up, give him time to throw on a med kit, and then get the hell out of dodge. And that's what we do. We then move to another bit of cover. We know that ridgeline has at least 1 person on it who's in a squad. I didn't get a kill. He's been revived. So there's at least 2 people up there. We don't want to push that ridgeline. We want to win the game. And we end up winning that game, actually. We won that chicken dinner, and we did it by getting people up and up and up. This is the last thing I'll hit you with, boys and girls. This is something that really nails it for me all the time in Final Circle on Erangel. People will run a sniper rifle and an AR. In this case, it's an AKM and an SKS. Often what they'll do is they'll get to Final Circle and they'll disregard the sniper rifle because you've got an 8x scope on it or something. It's pointless at this range. This doesn't work so well with a 4x. It's got to be an 8x for it to really, really work. Because what happens when you're using a 2 and a 4 is when you zoom in here, the grass fills up the scope because it just seems to be that the law of diminishing returns. At 2x and 4x, the grass is big enough that it just fills up the scope. But with an 8x, you get to kind of look through it at such an angle that there's a distance, there's a bit of distance between it, and you can in fact see movement really, really easily. And this is something I use a lot, right? If I have a Final Circle situation on Erangel and I have an 8x, I'll whack it on an AR all the time, especially an AKM. No one expects an AKM at like 50 meters on this kind of Final Circle, viewing things so easily. Now I'm going to start moving to my right. You can see Calvin Wu is rocking the M4 there. And he's going to start suppressing fire towards the area where those gunshots are coming from. It's very hard to hide an AK in this. I don't use a suppressor on AK unless I absolutely have no other options. I really want to run a compensator with an AK, or at the worst, a flash hider. But there you go. Look at that final circle. Look at the visual that we're getting out of that. It's pretty crazy. And it basically wins us the game. It's a very OP strat. There he is. He's pushing it out into this area here. I know he's on the left-hand side of that rock. If I can move my butt to the right here, he'll eventually run out of firing arc, and you're going to see that happen. He starts hitting again out towards here, but then the rock gets in the way. And there he is just at the back there. I can see movement. There's Calvin Wu. We knock him. Please note, 3 smokes. Getting ready to revive Cleric Dragoon with a smoke, because that's what we do. We carry smokes to do this kind of stuff, but got to kill these dudes first. And Cleric's like, dude, just let me go. You can do this. Just get it done. Let me go. Look at this 8 times, owning up those dudes at the rock. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like 40 meters away, but it may as well be as big as a house. Because at this level of the circle, no one's going to stand up and run around. It just doesn't happen. So it's really slow moving, and the 8 times doesn't get punished for that at all. And there's our win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you drew something from it. I hope you got a little bit of love and justice thrown your way. Remember to subscribe to the channel here. PUBG Mobile, the official site. It's fantastic. If you want to watch me on a nearly daily basis, watch me drop videos, watch me yell, scream, rant, rave, and generally carry on like a pork chop, then subscribe to me, the BUSHKA, on YouTube. Until next time, guys, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.